Set 21322, Pirates of Barracuda Bay, is a LEGO Idea set. It is the 30th set to come out to be LEGO Idea's theme. It has 2,545 pieces, 10 minifigures. It is for the ages of 16 and up, and was released April 1st, 2020. It retails in Canada for $259.99 Canadian, in the US for $199.99 US, in the UK for £179.99, and in the rest of Europe for $199.95 up to €199.99, depending on the region you are in. The 95 is Finland, and because Finland's been having weird pricing all the time. So this set is magnificently a nice big box here. So it has the Lego, and so it has a big picture of the set that is actually cut off in several places because of how big it is. On the top left is the Lego and the Lego Ideas logos. Just below that is the information, with the exception of the set name, which is a little sort of cornered band on the top right, which says Pirates of Barracuda Bay up there. On the bottom right is the Lego Ideas number 30, and that's the front. The back of the set has a more straight-on picture of the set with dimensions. So it is 59 centimeters or 23 inches tall from the water to the very tip of the main mast, and from the tip of the mast jutting out the front of the ship to the very tip of the water on the other side, it is 64 centimeters or 25 inches long. The top left has the Lego logo. There's a neat little compass diagonal to that with a giant map of the background there. To the bottom left is the share your idea, gather support, get Lego to review it, and then have a new Lego product. So that's how Lego Ideas works. You share your idea, you get 10,000 supporters, Lego will review it, and if it is accepted, they will then choose. And it's been ridiculous because there's been up to 30, 50 submissions each review round, and only like one or two, I think one even gets picked. So if you are extremely lucky to have it picked, then this is how that will work out there, and then it turns into a new product. So the bottom has the different, something really cool there. So it shows that the Pirates of Barracuda Bay, the ship segment can be taken off of the island and put into an actual pirate ship. So really this is sort of a toon one. You get a Shipwreck to island theme, or you can just have a ship that, will stop by an island every once in a while. It's pretty cool. On the top right, you have a picture of the captain's quarters. Below that is a picture of the crew quarters. Below that is a picture of the stern of a ship with pirates loading a cannon. Below that is a picture of pirates rowing away from a shark. And below that is a picture of the galley that is in the ship. So this side is this side. It's this side. So one side has the name of a set in 2 different languages. Lego logo at the very top. Below that is a picture of a pirate attempting to hit a shark with an oar in the dinghy. And below that is where the components were made and distributed. And what is that? So on the front, I noticed that below the shark it says models do not float. And that is in 2 other languages here. So then you have components made where they were made and distributed, along with the warning that due to small parts, there's a potential choking hazard if children 0 to 3 consume them. On the other side is a section of what you see here on the front. It looks slightly different. Characters are... Actually, yeah, it's about the same. It's just from a different angle, so it's just a nice little picture there. The top of the set has all of the minifigures, so you have chests, crates, and gold everywhere, along with the minifigures along right there. And the actual size indicator is a ship's steering wheel. And the bottom of it has the advertisement for the lego.com/apps, where you can get little fun apps for kids and the building instructions app. And it has the usual recycling, UPC, and trademark information. This box is held together with 3 pieces of tape on either side. So cut them and get into it. And just a quick little check in here. And yes, there is one. So inside of the box, there is a white box, which you sometimes get in Lego boxes, which separates some of the bags. And it is held together with 2 pieces of tape, and the building instructions should also be inside of it. So here are the contents of the set. There are 30 bags labeled 1 to 15. 1 has 4 bags, 6 has 3 bags, and bags 4, 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, and 14 have 2 bags each. There are 3 separate bags for the big pieces, such as the hull of the ship and the rigging, the masts, and a lot of the string pieces. There are 2 of these very long Technic connector rods. And there's something I'm very annoyed about here, is when I opened it, the masts, the bag that holds the masts, was bent. The extremely thin would absolutely do nothing to stop it piece of what I'm calling paper cardboard, because it's not good cardboard to stop it. This is literally paper cardboard that is almost as flimsy as normal paper. It did absolutely nothing to stop it. So now my masts are bent, and I'm going to have to do something to fix that. Probably sandwich them between a bunch of Lego instructions, which I honestly don't like doing this, but I have to do it for the build. But that's extremely annoying. This should not be happening at all, and Lego should have known better than to stick a very extremely thin piece of, once again, cardboard paper, hoping that it would do something when it's obviously not going to do anything. So that's that. And the main reason that I am annoyed is because if it's like this in one set, it's like this in a lot of sets. Lego is very consistent in how it packs its sets. There are times when I've opened multiple of the same set before. I think this is, I have opened multiple of the same set before, and the instructions are always packaged the same way. So if this is like this, in this one, a lot of people probably had that issue. So that's why I am annoyed about it. The instructions, a thick pair, come in this paper bag, or the plastic bag, and these are a thick pair. Like, these are meaty instructions here. So the inside page has a little thing about Legoland pirates. So just about pirates in Lego and Captain Redbeard, who this is based off of. And the page over has a comic strip about this. It's actually rather interesting. Next page over has to do with the creator of this set, or the designer of the original set, and it shows the different variations of the set that he built. Next page over has to do with the actual model designer, the one who updated the design and actually created and turned it into what it is today. So those are the next 2 pages. Next 2 pages over have to do with the crew members. So you have Captain Redbeard, Lady Anchor, Quartermaster Riggings, Starboard, Dark Shark doubloons, Tatuga, Port, and Robin Loot. So interesting character names there. And next page over has to do with the LegoBuildings.com/apps, mainly the building instructions one. So if you can scan the QR code that's found on these instructions and get digital versions in an app. That app will have 2010 onward, and you can find 1964 and to present on the Lego website. The instructions are just simply easier to use. So bag 1 will deal with half of the beach, I guess one of the islands, along with a boat and the, you're gonna have to keep going back to this one to figure it out. And what looks like the port minifigure. Bag 2 deals with the bottom of the middle section boat and a little more of the island. Bag 3 deals with Robin Loot minifigure and building up a lot of the middle section of a boat. Bag 4 deals with the rest of the main section of that boat. Bag 5 will deal with Dark Shark doubloons. That's a tongue twister there. And the rigging and finishing off that middle section of boat. Bag 6 deals with starting the other island and the shark. Bag 7 deals with Tatuga and finishing off the main parts of that island. Bag 8 deals with the front or the stern, building most of the stern of a ship. Bag 9 deals with the aesthetics of that, along with quartermaster riggings. Bag 10 deals with the rest of the rigging for that section of a ship. Bag 11 deals with the stern. The bow is what I meant for the other one. I keep getting those mixed up, even in the Titanic one. So bag 8, 9, 10 deal with the bow. Bag 11 deals with the stern of a ship along with starboard minifigure. Bag 12 deals with one wall of the captain's cabin. Bag 13 deals with the innards and the other wall, along with Captain Blackbeard minifigure. Bag 14 will give you the Lady Anchor and the rest of the main sections of that part of the stern. And bag 15 will give you all the pieces that transform it from a shipwrecked island to a normal ship. The back of it has a page on do you like this Lego idea set? Lego would like your opinion, so you can provide feedback on that. And remember, you will be entered to win a Lego prize. And oh my god. And the next page over shows the original. So it shows this set box and the original Pirates of Barracuda Bay, at least Blackbeard's ship there. So you can see the references to that ship in that build. That is really cool. You have five pages of parts. You have another 2 pages on the Lego idea, share your idea. So it's sort of like a little map here to get to the end there, but you see some of the ideas. So example, the fossils idea, fossil set, the International Space Station, and the Friends television series little studio. Those were created into ones. And that's it for that. So for packaging, I'm giving it a 3. This should never be bent, and that's the main reason why. Packaging gets a 3 because that should not be bent. Now I gotta go find something to stick this under to hopefully bend it back into shape. But now I get to build, and this is this is gonna take a while, but this is gonna be really cool when I'm done. Okay, so here is the set. You get a bunch of extra little pieces right here. I got a couple swords and just other little bits and bobs. So this is it's actually quite substantial compared to what I've been reviewing recently within the same size bracket. So it's nice to see a bunch of stuff. You get a orange brick separator, and you have lots of minifigures. Before I started filming, I made I'm in the middle of, I made a little stand here, so that you get minifigures here. So we'll start with, oh god, I'm not going to remember any of their names. That's page 410, gotta remember that. So we'll start with Captain Blackbeard. Captain Blackbeard has a black adult legs with a brown peg leg on there. So last time I saw peg leg was the Mad Eye Moody from the 2004 First Task set. So very long time ago, and I still have that somewhere, but that's the last time I got a set with legs like that. He has a black torso with a print for a pirate's uniform on it on the front and back. Black arms, a yellow hand on the right, and a gray hook on the left, and he's holding a sword. He has the little navy sort of decorations piece on his neck there. He has a one-sided face, yellow head, vibrant red beard, a mustache. He is smirking, and he has a eye patch on, and he has a pirate hat with captain's hat with the crossbones on it. You get start right there. Where is Miss Lady Anchor? So Lady Anchor has beige or lights, or actually I guess I should say sand yellow colored adult legs. She has a red torso with a sort of more feminine pirate type print on that. She has white arms, yellow hands. She's holding a machete and a pistol. She has one face, which is a smirking face, and she has very nice sort of going over one side shoulder black hair. Next one is going to be Quartermaster Riggings. Is that? Yep, that's one right here. So he has gray adult legs. He has a blue print, or he has a blue torso with a sort of striped sailor shirt and vest print on the front and back. He has yellow arms, yellow hands. He's holding a map and a sword. He has one face on the yellow head, which has a eye patch, and a very sort of smug face to that with lots of sideburns and stubble on, and he has the tricorn hat on. Next one is Starboard. Really interesting names for minifigures here. Starboard has red adult legs. He has a white torso with a wife beater striped print on it with belt. He has yellow arms and hands, and he's holding a musket and a sword. And he has now this is a little trickier, he has a mustache piece on, and he has a smiling I'm better than you kind of face with stubble on it behind that mustache. And he has a red bandana on. We have Jack Darkshark Doubloons. Once again, really weird names here. What I can only assume is a very, very young child on this ship. He has blue child legs. He has a white torso with the wife beater, blue and white striped wife beater and belt. Same print as Starboard. He has a yellow arms and hands. He's holding a spyglass here, and he just has one face. He has a sort of half smiling, half smug face. He's also carrying a satchel, and he has a blue bandana. There is Tatuga. That's an interesting torso print. So he has green adult legs. He has a yellow torso with a print for lots of tattoos on it. I'm seeing a ship in the seas, mermaids, an anchor, some parrots, and he has a little sort of like he's wearing a little sash around his waist. He has yellow arms and hands. He's carrying a sword, and he has two faces. He has a just sort of normal smiling face with a little beard and a sort of split mustache on there, and then he has a fierce version of that face, and he has sort of flat black hair tied back in a ponytail. And then we have Port, who has blue adult legs. He has a white torso with a white and red wife beater striped print with a rope as a belt, and he has a I think it's the same face as is it? Oh no, it just looks similar. It's the same face, or it's a different face. It has stubble going all the way from sideburns to the beard, and just sort of a slightly smug face. But he has a beard piece on, or a mustache piece on, and he has a blue bandana on bandana. Yeah, blue bandana. My words are failing me here. And we have Robin Lute. Yeah, that should be all the characters. So Robin Lute has brown adult legs. He has a green vest with a green torso with a vest print on the front and back, white arms, yellow hands. She's carrying two pistols, and she has two faces. She has a sort of smiling, smug face with bits of gray on it for sort of like smoke or ash effect on her face, and then she has one where she's just sort of smirking, and then she has a hat with hat and hair or tricorn hat with hair piece combination there. So those are the minifigures for exclusive pieces. So so Captain Redbeard's legs, torso, and head are exclusive prints to the set, and I think the legs, I just need to double check this. The legs may be no, they're not unique in color. Okay, so the legs, so then why is it on here? You know what, they might be, so it's saying it's unique, but I'm not seeing how it's unique. I'm looking at other pictures, and it's the other pictures are show the same color legs, but it says the legs. So apparently the legs, torso, and heads are unique prints, and legs are a unique color in some shape to the set. You have Robin Lute's hat, which is a unique piece, or at least a unique color to the set. You have the bright blue bandana, or head covering piece, which is a color that it has never been before. There is the Lady Anchor's torso, which is a unique print to the set. You have Tortuga's torso, which is a unique print to the set. You have the hairpiece for the figurehead on the mast, which is a unique color and can only be found in the set. You have Flex Rod 12M's tubes, which are in a bright yellow color they've never been in before. There is a 2x3 with holder plate that has a print that is unique to the set. There is a left plate angle 3x12 and a right plate angle 3x12 that is in a sand yellow they've never been in before. There is a lattice 3x28 rigging, which is in a sand yellow it's never been in before. And you have all the sails, so the sail number 114, sail number 115, 116, and 117 are unique to the set. The 4x6 flag with holders is apparently a completely brand new piece, which I guess it does look like it's slightly different to dimensions in previous flags. So yeah, that's a completely unique piece and print to the set. And there is a mini upper part with hook left. Oh no, never mind, wrong one. There is a circle, a 10x10 quarter circle, and a 6x6 quarter circle roof tile there that are in a brick yellow they've never been before. So I will be going over pieces here. I will be doing the review, and then I will be in the middle of a review. When I go to review the actual ship component, I will do a time lapse of bag 15, because I figure I should just wait for that before I get to the so that I can actually go along with it and discover, you know, as we go through review about that. So that bag 15 will come later. I haven't technically finished the build, but that'll come when I actually go to make the proper ship and not just the shipwreck. So you also get a shark here, which can be found in several other sets. You get a little rowboat with oars and a little sword out the front. I did not know that a sword was the perfect diameter of a rod hole, so that's really interesting. A little pirate flag on the back there. You get, when it's in this mode, you get 3 sails folded up on here, and then you have 1, 2, it looks like 3 other sails that are not used until you decide to make the actual full ship. So those are things that will not be used. And then we come to the actual set, which is incredible. This blew me away. This is a lot larger than I thought. So I'm going to do it in 2 sections. I'm going to do the first section that we build, which holds the main hull. So there is a quite large base to the island here. You do get some little bits of flower elements and in the sand, like there's frogs, parrots, and crabs all around. You get a little weird sort of half-sunken totem on this side of the set right there, which is cool. A little bit of buckets here with stuff on it, and some walkways of lanterns and palm trees and little flowers on it, and it just looks like a nice little pier area. This part of a ship sits on here, and then it slides and connects with Technic pins to here. So that's how this will connect. I just want to double check. Oh, it is right. That's weird. Okay, I guess you just, yeah. And then you have the main body of the hull here. So you get the, let's start with go up and down. You get a nice pirate flag. Do this so you can sort of see it. So a nice pirate flag right there. It doesn't make it in the frame. There is 2 folded sails on masts here. This small section, this little bit right here with sort of a crane is actually part of the back sail here. It's sort of repurposed as a little bit of a crane on the actual shipwreck section, which is neat. And you only get like half the rigging, and this is sort of, you know, ruined, and it's a nice look. You get 2 cannons with it, the ones that will indeed fire, and they do go the extra mile by giving them wheels and adding a component that you would use to stuff the barrel. So that is just a nice little attention to detail on there. You get a Josie's Inn sign, so this is repurposed as an inn, which it sort of does work, because there is a bit of a so past this door there is a this is very difficult to do, and the anchor's fallen out, or a grappling hook. Oh, the grappling hook is stuck. Okay, that's not good. There we go. Come on. Okay, so right, yeah, so this door opens up and it leads into a little sort of eating area, which is where the galley of the ship would be. For the outside of the ship, you have various windows, or what would usually be cannon ports, and you have little flags as the covers for that, and you have little ladders on the side which are uniquely built. There is, don't fall off. There is ammo for the cannons on each of the sections where you will find a cannon, and there are just little details like buckets of swords. There is a prison in the back with a skeleton inside of it, which is a nice little detail there, and that part will come out when you build the actual full ship. On the other half, I managed to switch this around. So the other half holds the bow and the stern of the ship. So they are built onto 2 sections here. This just comes right off of that, and this one's a little more tricky because it is in. Gotta be. There we go. So yeah, you have those 2 sections of. And everything just wants to fall. Okay, we're just gonna let it there. We'll let it do whatever it wants there. You have sort of a little fruit area. You actually have a print on a Lego head for a pineapple, which is really cool. I like that, and I want to see that in more sets. It's probably been used in more sets, but again, this is the first time I'm seeing this stuff. A pig here, which I've never had a figure for a pig before, so that was a first for me, and once again, I like it. Water has stuff like little bits of driftwood in it and another crab. There's some hidden things like a skeleton in the bottom there. You get a little loot chest right here, which comes on the side there, so it's actually hidden underneath the pier on the island, and that comes out. You got some gold ingots in there. A little bit more just general stuff under here, and a little sort of cool section for an angled window there. The bow of the ship here has an extra component, so this piece is something extra that you have to add to get that proper angle, but you will take that off when you want the ship sitting flat. So in order to do that, I will take that off temporarily now. You have the nice little ship here, so tiny little pirate flag on the top there. You have a nice rope going down here, and this piece of cloth will come up to this section here. More rigging that's not being used right now. A little parrot on the crow's nest. The rigging on the side here, or the little masts up here. So the rigging on the side here is all there. You have a anchor wheel, which will in fact drop an anchor and raise it again, which is really cool. And the inside doesn't have much but a little table and a bucket, so there's really not much on the inside of that section right there. You do have a nice front section here. This is actually very nicely done, and I do like it. The little figurehead of the lady there. And then you get to the back here, which is some interesting choices for aesthetics here. So there is the top, which has a large pirate's flag going out the back here. You get a little bit of wood attachment here with an anchor hanging from chains, and like boarded windows in the back, and for the captain's cabin. You get another cannon with ammo up here on the wheelhouse. Door on the side opens up to the captain's cabin, if I can ever open the things. Has to be a better way for that. So that'll open up, and the roof is held into place with gravity, so you get stuff in the inside. So you have stuff like a bed, a table. There's a statue, a chest of gold, and a little map area in there too. And then you have a little addition. So this is an addition for when it's in this sort of mode. This piece here pops right off. This is for when it's in shipwreck mode, but you'd pop this off so that this can combine with the back of the ship, or the main section of ship. And then down below is the galley for the actual cooking food area. So you do have several stuff like a sort of little furnace stove area. There's tables of fish and coffee cups and other stuff on it. And it's actually unique. So when this is on the actual set, the rudder is used as a door. So the rudder is the door for the entrance here, which we'll get into the galley. So that is this. This comes apart, and all of these pieces will come apart to create a ship. As soon as I get this looking nice and pretty so I can do it over again, I will show you. I have some difficulties of getting that back together. So now I will do bag 15. I will show you what the actual ship separately looks like. So now on to the build. Okay, so here is the ship. One thing to note before I go off on this is that I had a couple extra pieces with bag 15. I did have a short string and a far longer string. These ones are they're just not used at all, so these were extras for me, I guess. Another thing I want to note is that, once again, so anyone who's actually watched the Titanic review fully, or at least the actual review segment near the end, you'll notice that I make a comment about how the strings are held together with, well, general use tape. Apparently this isn't something that they did for Titanic. I actually haven't had a set with string in it for so long, so, I guess this is just what LEGO's doing right now. I'm going to have a picture up on screen during this, but this is... it's quite interesting to see that this is what they're doing for packaging string, even though the tape's going to be thrown out. So I wonder if they will go back to cardboard boxes like they sort of used to with these, in order to keep them... for LEGO's whole recycling thing. They want to have completely recyclable packaging by 2025, so maybe we'll see them go to cardboard for this stuff. Here is the ship. It's actually pretty nice. The transition takes a little bit. You do go from taking half the stuff that you take off, you will be putting back on. They do add components to alleviate some things. So, for example, the fact that the rudder was a door down here, they do add a segment for that. They do, the wheel that was hanging off the side is actually added to the back here for steering. They do, all the sails are put on. There are quite some things from the islands that are added onto this to give it decorative purposes, for example, such as crates and chests and stuff. So that chest of gold ingots actually goes onto the ship. There's cannonballs everywhere. It doesn't explicitly say to add a cannon, but I put one on because why would I not do that? So, yay, cannon. It does look like an incredible ship. Anchor still works, so you can drop anchor, you can sail. You have all of the characters that can be used to sail on the seven seas, and it's great to see all of the rigging and stuff that they put into this. And the fact that this goes from the Shipwreck to a full functioning ship is just absolutely phenomenal in my mind. I really love this, and I do realize that this is retiring in December, so I am getting very late to the game. I've had this since May, but there's always been more exciting things. And for example, I can't exactly remember when it came out, but the typewriter, Lego icons, the tumbler, the Republic gunship, like all the world map, like all of this stuff has come out, and it's been more recent and to me more exciting than this set. So this is coming out right as it's about to retire, and I am and I am actually really sort of sorry about that, because I wish that I had gotten to this a lot sooner. So, because if you're going to review something, then you should make your opinion known as soon as possible on that product instead of waiting until the last possible moment, which is essentially what I've done, and I don't like that I've done that, so I am going to hopefully, I think there's a couple more things that's going to retire in my set. Hopefully I will do better with that. I actually think I have a couple things that are going to be retiring anyway that I'm going to have missed the retiring deadline for reviews, which, if so, that's really going to suck. It truly is. I might still do a review as a here's a set that just retired, and if you pick it up third party, and even if you pick it up third party very cheap, it's only gonna be a couple bucks markup, it would be worth it. So I may do that. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, this ship is fantastic, and I do love the way that it has come together. For build, I'm gonna give the build a 5. Building this was really cool. It was really cool to build the ship. It was really cool to build the Shipwreck Island and see how this all came together. This set has quite a few pieces that I have never personally built with before. And it was exciting, for example, the sails. There's gotta be something else here. The sails, some of the, the pig minifigure, and just the way this was put together. It was definitely an exciting build, and anyone who can get it before it officially retires, I do know that it's sold out in Europe, but in North America, if you can get this before it's completely sold out, then this is definitely worth getting. It might go on sale, or, well, I guess, okay, this video will have come out, hopefully, to those of you who did get it on Black Friday, it went on sale, but if it's still available by the time this video comes out, because I'm recording this November 18th, hopefully by then it's still available and you can get it, but it looks like it might sell out before then, which is sort of sad. For play, I'm going to give it a 5. There is absolutely a phenomenal amount of play, and while it may be a little bit beyond a child to build, they can definitely have a lot of fun playing with it after the fact if just an adult builds it for them. You have a full ship. You have the entire shipwreck section, the 8 minifigures, the shark, the boat, the dinghy, and all of the other components to it. There's a lot of play with this. You can have the island as a getaway while the ship while the ship is sailing into it. You can drop off a treasure. You can actually, sort of recreate the shipwreck scene in a way. It's just there's a lot of play with it, so it's going to get a 5 out of 5. The display is going to get a 5 out of 5. There are 2 different ways to display this, in the ship right now or in the main build, which is the shipwreck, and both of them look amazing. These are both quite large builds, and they look fantastic. The ship would be a good addition to a harbor city or even on a shelf, and the shipwreck is, I think, island is just a good thing to have on a shelf, or maybe even a little segment away from a Lego city. If you have an ocean segment, you could have that as like an island in the middle of it. So the display is absolutely fantastic, and I am giving it a 5 out of 5. And the value for the pieces that you're getting and the price that you're paying, it's been a while since I've that. So pieces and price, price to piece is okay. Canada, it's sort of even, and everywhere else other than Australia, again, it's, oh no, actually, other than Australia, it's actually fairly decent. For the pieces, you're getting the unique minifigures, the fact that we are actually getting a pirate ship after, I think the last one was the Black Pearl and the Queen Anne's Revenge, I think, were the last real pirate ships, other than the Silent Mary. I'm counting real ones, not sort of a 3-in-1 pirate ship that we have from 2020, like actual, like, it is a pirate ship, not, 3-in-1 stuff like that. It is very nice to have it, so I am going to give the value a 5. I think the value is absolutely fantastic for the price you're getting it at. The fact that if you buy it and you sit on it, this will be a set that I feel is going to be worth quite a lot in the future. And it's definitely worth a set buying just to be able to build it at any rate. The set is for people who need to have every LEGO idea set. The set is also for people who have been waiting for LEGO to re-release something piratey. They have had pirate stuff in the past, but nothing that quite, these ships are, people like to collect these types of ships, and it is quite great to see this stuff here. This is something that people who want to collect pirate ships should definitely be getting, or pirate-related themes. This isn't necessarily for children, and while children will have a very fun time playing with it, it isn't necessarily them for building it. So if it's going to be for a child, then I think you build it yourself, and then give it to a child. Although one of the things that does help is that there's no stickers. All the printed, any of the pieces with stuff on it is printed, so that's fantastic. So yeah, mainly for people who need to collect it, and children, people who are willing to build it for a child to have a lot of fun with it. But I definitely recommend getting this set before it retires. I think for the ideas, it's the treehouse and this set along with the fossils. I have not done the treehouse, even though I wish I could get that before it retires. I'll be getting the roller coaster, but I'm probably not going to get the treehouse. But the treehouse looks like, and from what I've heard, is definitely a set worth getting, and the fact that it keeps selling out repeatedly would definitely show that it is worth getting, that people really like it. So the treehouse in this one, definitely worth, and the dinosaur fossils are definitely worth getting before they officially retire. And with that, I will see you all next time.